There's only one man who can end these wars, and that's Ron Paul. This Christmas, let's get him to #1 on iTunes with our song Bombs, the Ron Paul song. It's not impossible. Proceeds go to RefPack. Visit iTunesBomb.com and let's end these wars.
The Genesis Communications Radio Network proudly presents The Alex Jones Show, because there's a war on for your mind.
Oh, there's a war on for your mind, all right. Look at the center of DrudgeReport.com. Local cops ready for war with DHS-funded military weapons. Armored cars with turrets, drones, military-grade assault rifles. Articles pouring out everywhere where they're getting microwave guns, sound cannons, even non-law enforcement groups being given giant cases of shotguns. What do they know? The minute they got rid of Glass-Steagall in '99 and allowing the central banks to go hog wild and make unlimited fake money, Ponzi schemes, that they could then sign us onto, the minute they got rid of that, it was just pure martial law training 24/7. And 12, 13 years later, the military's awake. 70+% of the donations to Ron Paul. Period. Of all the other presidential candidates. But they've got specialized mercenaries, specialized that they've questionnaire. They've got, I would say they probably got 10 brigades from my sources and studying what they've announced and what I've seen. They've got about 10 brigades. How many? What's 10 times 4,000? I mean, they've got 40,000 troops that will eat their guts and ask for seconds and shoot American citizens all day long. And then they've got all these public deals that are in Toronto Star, Washington Post, and over the years I'm like, look at this. They say they'll use foreign troops in America during civil emergencies. And then you see NLE 09 from FEMA saying it 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And then you see at the Olympics, Mexican and U.S. troops in Canada bossing Canadians around. I mean, we're in the North American Union. And they tell Europeans in Germany and France, you will pay any taxes we say, and we're going to send EU police, paramilitary police in to collect it. It's just like when our government's been used for over 100 years to invade Latin American countries that don't, pay fake loan sharking debts to private banks. Smedley Butler, Marine Corps 2-time Congressional Medal of Honor winner, exposed all that. I mean, our government is illegitimate. It runs the drugs. It runs it all. And I've just got stacks of news coming in, mainstream news, about tanks, microwave guns, sound cannons. I didn't even cover this last week. We covered it on the nightly news. They're coming out, Raytheon, and local police departments are getting them, with a riot shield that has a system that transmits a wavelength where you can't breathe and chokes you. And, nosebleeds, all of it. They're calling it a Darth Vader choke shield. Darth Vader, chokes people with his mind. The police come up to you, and of course, they're going to want to use it and pull the trigger. It's like, people they've killed, rubber bullets right up close, and they just choke you. And again, they call it less lethal, and they kill us with the weapons, the tasers, the rest of it. And then it's just a training aid that everybody used to sing the public shot with rubber bullets and the rest of it, then it's real bullets. Of course, this won't go quite like China and other places. If 1% of the population fights back that has guns, that's 1.5 million. I would not want to be one of the bully boys if this kicks off. And believe me, I don't want it to kick off. We're not going to be on air. The total collapse is a certainty. If that happens, our whole world is a disaster zone, and you know where they're coming first. They'll whack Ron Paul so fast it'll make your head spin. Plane crash, heart attack. They'll pull me over. I mean, they had the Houston police, who's got known government hit teams on it, pull that CIA section chief over Carnaby a few years ago, who was blowing the whistle, he got out peacefully. They just got him down, executed him right there on the spot, on the news. They don't care. Listen, the drugs alone in this country is $500 billion a year. You know what it's like to control the greatest military empire in the world? Special interests came in here and fought with each other tooth and nail to get control. The most evil of the evil, survival of the most wicked. And they're now in control, and they hope their propaganda would work on people, but because a lot of us knew the truth, we got the jump on them. And because they were arrogant, we got the jump on them. But now they know. And they are going to want to launch this, and they're going to try to sell it. I'm going to come back and play the video clips and analyze it. They're going to want to sell this on, well, look at the welfare checks, don't buy the food anymore. People are rioting. The crime is so horrible. And they beta test it on, the groups that, that's just the minorities. But if you read the documents and if you look at the checkpoints around the country in Tennessee, California, other places, they're going after people that wear John Deere hats. I mean, I've seen like 10 articles in the last 3 days about Amish nationwide being raided by SWAT teams and who are legally selling milk. I mean, we go to San Antonio once a week and get fresh milk up here. Everybody gets it. It's totally legal. They don't care. There's not even a law. And there's one sheriff saying no to them, saying you don't even come with warrants. There's not even a law. I mean, they're raiding people everywhere. Lemonade stands, people with gardens. I mean, the government is basically doing everything Stalin did. Our government is cancer.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run.